They're learning a karmic lesson because their safety is gone. Someone felt like you were their safe space. Karmic lesson. Hidden agenda. That's this karmic. If it's for you, someone came into your mind. This karmic person can't keep a secret. That's the whole thing. Like, anything they tell them, this person goes and tells other people. And has excuses for it. Like, they keep catching them in lies, trying to say, well, I didn't say anything. Yeah, they did. And people have proof that they did. Like, it's over text, it's over email, but they're acting like certain things were AI. People are using, it was AI to get away with a lot, when honestly, most of the time it's not AI. People who say that usually don't know anything about AI. Okay? Is it out there? Yes, but it's not everything. The real story is coming to light. You're going to hear about it, if you haven't already. Inner conflict. Supportive circle, silent understanding. This person was exiled from a circle, from a very supportive circle. I just got that certain substances may be involved. That's not for everybody. Like, there was a relapse or something, but this person had a whole community supporting them. And then they betrayed not just this person we originally started talking about, but they betrayed a lot of people by choosing this karmic. That's what I mean. I don't usually talk about karmics a lot, but because we really are all karmics to someone, okay? But this was a massive lesson this person needed to learn. Because this person also is the type who gives away secrets easily, who talks just blah, 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 can't keep a secret. Will tell anyone anything. You ask them a question, they'll just tell everybody. They'll just tell everything. And it's really not their fault in a way, because it's probably just how they were raised. They may be naive, sheltered, just not know any better. Sometimes people come from a small town or something, they don't realize, or they think everybody thinks like them. This person has learned the hard way who their supportive circle was. And they have a lot of inner conflict about this, because they're still trying to take up for this karmic person. Okay, they're still trying to take up for them, saying, well, they didn't mean to, or catching them in some massive lies that involve secrets that threaten somebody's safety. Okay? They feel like their safety is threatened. And that could resonate in many different ways. There are different levels to that. It doesn't mean they feel like they're in like imminent danger of someone. Well, there's certain words I don't want to say. It could just resonate in like massive ways and also not so massive. Just not everybody needs to know everybody else's business. I mean, this person, the way they bond with people and fill space, a lot of it's just filling space, filling time. Like getting lonely at night, at times when they're bored, like what this person does is text people, okay? Or go on social media. It's like they have to always have something filling their brain, okay? And in the process of that, they end up talking to people. Like, let's say they text people, they get on the group text. Well, suddenly, before you know it, they're sending a text, and everybody's so excited about, oh, I hadn't seen that yet. They send a screenshot. This person gets their dopamine that way. And it's really sad. May they become busier, because that's really what it is. This person's not busy enough. That's really most people's problem. I've been getting that download a lot, is that a lot of people aren't busy enough. And their recreational activity is just like spilling secrets and gossiping and running their mouth about stuff they have no business running their mouth about. People who constantly have to be watching TV, constantly have to have something fill in their head instead of generating their own thoughts. Instead of working on something. Look, get into content creation. You'll never be bored again, okay? Do UGC, do TikTok shop. You'll never be bored again. That's what this person needs to do. And also the ironic thing about that, as I say that, is some of them need money. It's about money. It's about security of some sort. If it's not money, just the equivalent of money, like a place to live. Like, that's what I'm getting, is this is someone who, the original person, okay, the person that you know, and you may know the karmic too, but the person that you know may have let this person live with them. It may not be romantic. Could be. But it may just be completely platonic. And like, let's say they had a spare bedroom, they let somebody live with them. Well, now that person, while this person's gone, that karmic who's living there and doesn't have enough to do, maybe living on a fixed income, disability or something, which I know that puts a different spin on the content creation or any kind of work from home opportunity, but there are still ways you can do it. You just got to check. You just got to check with whoever issues your disability check. And somebody needs to hear this. Somebody needs to hear this. Sometimes you end up making more doing something else than you would on disability. So get rid of the disability check, okay, if you're making more money. Even health insurance, you can find ways to pay for it, okay? Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is this person is sitting around with a whole lot of nothing to do. And just example, let's say they're staying in their house. This person's going through their closet, going through their stuff, asking questions later. What's this for? Acting like they didn't do it. This person, okay, whoever let them live with them needs to get rid of them. But they probably don't want to because of guilt. They feel obligated or something. I mean, this person does not respect privacy at all. At all. See, that's what this inner conflict is about. This person has thought about it. They have thought about, getting rid of them. But they can't for some reason. And how does this affect you? Okay, your intuition, number one, because you're seeing signs of it. It could be a much older person. Could be an elderly person. There's no age limit on content creation, okay? UGC, none of that. There's, in fact, older people are in high demand for UGC. Very high demand. Anyway, this person, they just feel an obligation, like who's going to take care of them? And in fact, they have the way to take care of themselves, like especially the disability angle. Let's say they are on some kind of fixed income, Social Security. Let's say they are on Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid or something. There are things you can do if you look into it, if you want it bad enough. And also this person, the karmic, uses that to manipulate people. Well, I'm just a poor person on Social Security. If you're outside the United States, that might not apply, okay? In fact, if you're in Europe or certain countries, you have the dole, which is where, I mean, I don't know a lot about it. I just know that if you don't have a job, you get on the dole. In the United States, we have stuff like unemployment, which usually runs out, which there's so many stipulations with that. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is this is someone who lives off of some kind of, if not government assistance, perhaps retirement. Maybe they don't live on that at all. It could be this person is funding their entire life out of guilt. But I'm getting a lot of guilt manipulation. A lot of like, what's going to happen to me if I don't live with you? It's not their problem. Look, like I'm on the Nextdoor app. And the place where I live right now, I see tons of stuff like that. Like people who are like, I'm a veteran. I only get $500 a month. Does anybody have a place I can live? And yeah, they find a place to live. You just got to put the word out there. You don't have to just take care of anybody who comes along. Don't let anyone guilt you into that. There are places they can go. Just this person doesn't want to do that. And it's making other people unsafe because it's not just affecting this person they moved in with. I mean, this is a bad situation. The more I go with this reading, that's what always happens with these readings. The deeper I get, the deeper it gets, okay? This person's putting some people's lives in danger to an extent, or just, okay, making up stuff can be just as bad. Assumptions, like, I'm telling you, they don't have enough to do. Like, I'm just getting someone, I'm telling you, okay, this is what I'm getting. Someone who's like getting up in the morning, waiting for the person to go off to work. And like I said, could be romantic. The elderly thing may not apply, okay? It's however it resonates. It's a collective reading. Person goes off to work or something. This person was not enough to do. Immediately, like their whole life now has been just like getting on social media, scrolling For You page or whatever, and going through this person's personal stuff and making assumptions and reaching out to people. And some of this personal stuff affects other people because they also think that there's some kind of detective going on social media, sending people stuff. This is weird. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. And if it's not that, that is just an example, like an analogy of something else, okay? I just mean this would all be fixed if the person had something else to do. They need, if it is the fixed income thing or whatever, veteran, retired person, disabled person, this is someone who needs to live in like a group home community of some sort. I'm telling you, they are out there. You might have to move, but they are out there. They need to move to some place like that, a place that'll keep them busy. Because they might not be able to afford assisted living, but they can afford something if they're getting any kind of income. And if they are living off this person that you know, that's a whole other issue. I'm just saying there's hope out there. I'm just getting the feeling there is some kind of hope, and that this person, with all this free time they have on their hands, they could figure out something. But they're making assumptions. Just, I don't know who they think they are, like the town historian or something. This is crazy. This is crazy. I don't like this energy coming at me at all. I'm just going to get a couple more cards. I don't like this. I'm just the messenger. But this is for your intuition and just to let you know why certain little things are going on. Like, this person also loves to ruffle people's feathers, loves to just like start something and just sit back and eat popcorn, figuratively or maybe literally, while everybody's in chaos, everybody's pandemonium ensues. Like, they love that. They love that. They love to start drama. You know, they could write books or something. They could do anything. Really, there are so many things you can do from home now. So many. Yeah, you might have to put in some free time at first, but it will pay off. Smoke and mirrors. They're acting like they're not doing anything. They know how to put up a big smoke screen. Like, oh, I wouldn't do that. And they might have multiple devices. It's like, how are you running multiple devices? Why do you got so many devices if you can't even afford to pay your bills? Why are you doing this? I mean, there's so much they could do. So much. This is ridiculous. Sorry. This is ridiculous. Let me give some advice to you in case you have been affected or somebody you know has been affected. Because, yeah, for some of you, it is romantic. It's someone that they are very deeply romantically involved with and really regret it and really being gaslighted. Like, have you ever known people, like, I'm getting reminded of, like, kids who know how to really snow their parents. Really, really, really. Make up all kinds of excuses. And it's just crazy what some parents want to believe. I don't even want to get into it. I could use some examples of people I've known, but I don't want to get into it. I'm just going to say some kids even know. New life, unconditional love. Okay, this is telling me if something has happened here, because I know I'm going to get comments of some people are like, yeah, this person has affected my life. I wish I could just let all you guys know that this life is a dream. Everything around you seems very real. What do you think happens when you cease to exist? Okay? If this person took anything from you, count it all joy, count it a blessing, because you have a fresh start. Anything taken from you only makes you stronger. When you're going down a path and there are certain little other paths that go off to the side and you don't really know where to go. Look, when a path gets closed, when a bridge gets burnt or something, count it a blessing because you know where to go. Like, I know it sounds crazy because I've had the same thing happen. People who just try to cut you down at every turn. It's like, okay, well, I'm glad you cut this and this and this down, but I still have this little path right here. And guess what? That's the path to glory, the path to the new life. That's what's going to happen. Anything this person has taken from anyone will be restored in a maybe a different way, but it'll be restored. The outcome will be the same. They may take, look, just an example. They may take your entire life savings, right? But there could be something right around the corner that's going to pay you 5 times what your life savings was. Release it. Unconditional love. That means forgive them. Doesn't mean get involved with them again. It just means send forgiveness and keep going. Even this person who is being, I'm telling you, they're being swindled. Okay, even if it's romantic, this person's a swindler. They know how to get away with stuff. It's like they're living the life of a privileged trust funder on the backs of everybody else. Even if they're on a fixed income and they're getting $500 a month, okay? No, this person has ways of getting things, of getting anything they want. And that's part of what's going on here. They're going to get found out, especially if you do have stuff like that involved. Oh, federal regulations, state regulations. Oh, I would not want to trade places with them. But I'm telling you, if anything has been stolen from you, it's going to come back in a better way. Do not underestimate God, if you want to call it God, the power of this universe. Your divine creator who has been in you all along, Do not underestimate. No limits. Send unconditional love. Look, I've had things taken from me too. Okay? I've had people just take things from me and then laugh about it. And then, I'm telling you, it's like somebody's breaking your legs and then laughing at you because you can't walk. You're going to walk. Oh, yeah. You're going to run down the right path. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Father, please forgive them, for they know not what they do. That it was Jesus trying to tell you how to manipulate this matrix. Because when you have these emotions where you're just stuck there, you're angry and you're sad and you feel guilty, all those low vibrational emotions, the stuff I see in my comments a lot where they took this, I know. I'm not going to get into a contest with you about what's been taken from me too, okay? But it can all come back. The key is letting it all go. Have unconditional love, forgiveness from afar. From afar. Don't have to talk to him again. But just be like, you know what? You took that from me, but that just means I'm getting it back 10 times over. However many times you want. Don't put a limit on it. 70 times 7. That's in the Bible. And make sure you read the Bible that has all the missing chapters. The Apocrypha, as they call it. Because that was taken out to make sure that you didn't know the power was in your mind. And that there are other lives. I don't mean just past lives. It's really concurrent lives. Lives that operate right now. Like there is no such thing as time. Concurrent lives. Do not be deceived. This life is not all there is. Okay? And living in the 4 and 5D, which a lot of us talk about, really that's what I mean. That's how you do it. That's how you really do it. It's by letting this go and just believing. Let yourself dare to believe that anything stolen from you is only going to make you stronger. You're only going to get it back. Like I said, they stole $5,000. You're going to get back $500,000. Do not limit. It doesn't have to come from them, but it'll come from someone. And it's not your job to decide how someone gets their karma. But they will get it. Because this person causing a lot of damage and they think it's funny. I know it can be a struggle. Because even right now, as I think about this person and how I know this energy, it's hard, but I can also tell you what I have to do is release that and be like, think about all the good things that have happened. The fact that maybe the things wouldn't have been so good if that bad thing hadn't happened. That's why you need to count it all joy. I know some of you don't want to hear that, but I'm not here to lie to you. I'm telling you the truth. I know a lot of people haven't had that download. You attract love. You put out love, you attract love. You put out forgiveness, you attract forgiveness. If someone's stolen from you, you're getting it back. And this person, they will have their day. I'm telling you, their karma is coming. This person's getting their karma. They are. I feel it. Because people are watching them. And like I said, if there's something involved with like any kind of regulatory authority, it's going to be found out. This person's going to be found out by everybody. It's slowly happening. That's what I mean. Let's just manifest that. I mean, it's really not our business how somebody gets karma. It's really not our business. Because I know for a fact from releasing it, you're going to really see it come in. You're going to really see it. But because there's a higher power. I mean, to say that you have to get the justice means you really don't believe in a higher power. Whether that higher power is you or not. Like, I know, because a lot of people don't believe what I'm saying about God being you all along. But you believe in this outside higher power that you were tricked into believing, which is still there, but it's also in you, okay? It's everywhere. The same people who say that they believe in God, that they, in the very biblical, evangelical, American sense, and it doesn't have to just be America. I know we're not the only ones who've been deceived by that. But the same people are the ones who are like, well, I want to see this, I want to see that. You're not believing in the same God. It's like you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. It's like you're saying one thing and believing something else. Believe that what this person deserves is coming to them, because it is. And believe that you're getting everything back, but you don't have to do anything. I'm not saying don't talk to authorities if necessary. I just mean you don't have to be this person. You don't have to stoop to their level and try to get dirt on them and be that person. Because I'm telling you, this is a very petty person who has a lot of bad karma coming to them. In fact, they have already received a lot of bad karma just due to, look at their living circumstance. Look Look at that. They're on the receiving end of a lot of bad karma that they keep bringing on themselves. That's why they keep doing it. And they're being used like that in a lot of people's lives. They're being used to bring karma. But they're also bringing a lot of lies. And they're being found out for that. Look, I think a lot of us know these people. I know a lot of you know exactly the kind of person I'm talking about. People who are just busybodies. I don't know what else to say about it. It's like, especially social media has given busybodies much more to work with than they had 30 years ago. You know? I mean, people were still doing things. They were still doing weird stuff. But this person has taken things to a new level. They are putting their nose in business that they don't belong in. They are just doing the most petty stuff. It's all coming back on them. And it's going to come back even more if you don't stoop to their level. Keep your nose out of it. Keep your nose out of it. Unless questioned, unless it's absolute, like you have to divulge some information, because you'll know when that's going to happen. Oh gosh, this energy is very triggering, just so you know. If you're triggered by it, I want you to know I am too. Okay, I know. But I also know, because look, I had to sit and watch someone do something terrible to me, and it's more than one person, but someone did something really bad to me and tortured me with it for years. Took advantage of me, tortured me, blackmailed me, used coercion, kept stuff out there online for years for people to see. And then one day, I read about his demise in the international news. And it was like he was just delivered to me. Like, look, here's what happened. And then it all went away. He got what he deserved, and it was a very violent end for him. Very violent. Oh, he knew how to deal with the cops. He knew everything. He knew how to get away with everything until he didn't. Because cops tried to intervene. They tried. People called the cops multiple times. But he was a different person when the cops came around, and the cops always sided with him. Because that's what they did. Sorry, guys, but that's what you men do. There's not a lot of protection for women out there. Nope. That's also why those books I was just talking about, the Apocrypha, the Divine Feminine, was written out, because the men have to be in charge. It's about patriarchy. And I appreciate you men who understand that, because I know it's not all of you. I know. But we have had to go along with a lot of things because you are bigger than us, physically bigger than us. So we have to go along. And the laws are written in your favor, so we go along. Even for DV, you can look up what that means. A woman still has to call the police and put herself out there, have a mugshot. At least in the United States, she has to have a mugshot. And put herself out there for public scrutiny and possibly have that mugshot out there forever just to get that guy put in jail. They both have to get arrested. That is something that really needs to be amended. There need to be new laws for that. At least keep the mugshot off the record. At least keep it off the books. Keep it private until things are settled. But no. That's not what happens. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, let go of this. And it's all going to get better. Let go of it. Take your hands off of it, because this is a nightmare. This is a real mess this person has created. It gets to the point where the only thing you can do is leave it up to the universe, leave it up to God. That's all you can do. Because this person has stirred up a lot of stuff. That's what I'm getting, is that something massive. That's why this reading has gone on so long. Because I'm getting that something massive is coming for this person, and you're going to see it. Just like I saw it, you're going to see it. But let go of it. Take your hands off of it. It's one of those things where it's just such a whirlwind of chaos. It's like, think about a tornado. Are you going to physically be able to go up to that tornado and say, hey, tornado, stop. I have evidence. Hey, tornado, here, let me stop this tornado. You're going to put your hands in there and stop it? No. A tornado is just going to take you on up and drop you off someplace. You're not going to like it. You might not live through it. That's what this person has caused, a tornado. And they're in the eye of the storm. It doesn't look like they're even being affected because they're in the eye. But when it does affect them, when they do finally get picked up and dropped down, it's not going to be pretty, okay? Do not rejoice in their suffering. But just know that it's happening and you're getting repaid if you've been affected by this. Anyone affected by this person is going to be repaid, like winning the lottery. You attract love. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.